y'all, welcome back to another video. So I am getting started by applying a peel off base coat because I've already done my natural nail prep and this is the one I'm using today. So I am going to apply just a thin layer and then go ahead and do a full cure when I'm done. After my peel off base coat is fully cured, I'm going to jump right into applying these gel extensions. This is the product I will be using to attach the extensions to my natural nails. This is from the same brand of the peel off base gel I just used, but you don't have to necessarily use matching peel off base and matching base gel. It's really up to you. It works well, this combo, so I keep using it. As you can see, I did order some new products to try, so I'm not just showing you the same thing over and over, especially if you're not new to my videos. But I really do love this product, so it's going to be hard for me to move on to something else because I have plenty of it and it's just worth the money in my opinion. If you are new though, here's how you apply these gel extensions. So I am going to put a little bit of this gel on the bottom half, making sure to get the left side of the extension, the right side of the extension. Once I get to the middle, I'm gonna pull downward so I have this like dollop of gel here. I like to hold the extension next to my natural nail to make sure there's enough gel here, and if there is, you're good to go. If not, go ahead and add a little bit more. Then I'm going to line the extension up with my cuticle area, press down slowly, and you can see that gel rising towards the tip of my natural nail, and as soon as it gets there, flash cure. One of the reasons I really like this product is it's on the medium viscosity side, so it's slightly thicker, it's not super runny. So as soon as you get to the tip of your natural nail, you can hold it in place for a little bit until you're able to flash cure, and it doesn't move around a bunch, so I really love that. You'll notice that I did not prep the bottom half of these extensions, and it's because I intend for this set to only last me a week so I can get more videos out for you all for the month. However, if you do want your gel extensions to last, I do recommend prepping your natural nails like I did in this video here, as well as prepping the bottom half of the extension using an etching product or using your e-file and a sanding band. Once you get your thumb on, remember this is only a flash cure, and a flash cure just puts things in place. So once we're good to go, I am going to do a full cure in my big lamp. When you're determining how long to do a full cure, please read the back of your bottle. It'll tell you 30, 60, 90, sometimes even 2 minutes. So make sure you're being aware of that, whatever product you use. I really wanted the tips of my extensions to look nice and glassy so I can use this later in the design, so I am applying a no wipe top gel on the underside. I pretty much do this all the time, but this step is completely optional, but once you're done, make sure you fully cure it. At this point, I am going to do a little bit of shaping and filing, and then I'm going to seal my cuticles with this new bit I have, and I'm kind of 50-50 on it, but I will still link it in the description box if you want to check it out. And then I'm going to get all that dust out of the way. And then to get these extensions ready for polish, I am going to take this buffing block and remove the shine completely, creating some texture here so the gel polish I apply afterwards can have something to grip onto and it lasts. It is time to jump right into the nail art, and if I don't really love to see my natural nails under fringe tips. So I always use a pat gel if my natural nails are long under the extensions, which is majority of the time. So I am going to be using this set here, but I'm taking this pink color and it's like a little sponge that actually comes with this set, and the Maniology Pineapple Grabber, which they don't sell anymore. They have an upgraded version. I will link that as well. But I'm just going to pat a little bit of this product, starting where you can see my natural nail and then working my way towards the cuticle area. I'm not going to focus really any of the product towards the tip because you'll see later in the design what I wanted to go after. So I was like, let me just do it this way. You all see me use the Diami Baby Boomer collection for this step all the time. So I was like, let me switch it up and use this. When I tell you, I was like, wait a minute, I think out of the two, this might be number one for me. And it's because the formula is just so lightweight. It just blends seamlessly. There's no like harsh edges naturally. You pick up the tiniest amount of product. It looks like a true airbrush, and not that the Baby Boomer collection doesn't, but I think I prefer this formula a little bit more. So you can't go wrong with either one. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and do a full cure because this is a gel product. And then I'm going to go on top with my base color. This is Inner Peace from the D&D Sheer collection. I haven't pulled this baby out in a minute, so I was like, let me just... With this, I am applying my first layer very thin. And as you can see, I'm just going over the nail. I know it looks a little bit odd here, but when the look comes together, you'll see what I mean. After doing my first layer, this is not enough for me. I want a little bit more color, so I'm going to cure this and then go in and apply a second coat. I will say that any base color I use, I always do a minimum of 2 layers. It's very rare that I do only 1 coat, sometimes even 3, but 2 coats was enough for this look, so I am going to do a full cure now. And because I'm going to be drawing French tips, I decided to use acetone in a paper towel to remove the sticky layer, just so that my liner brush isn't pulling and tugging, dragging across the nail, slipping and sliding. We don't want none of that. You can also buff the nail or apply a matte top gel, but at this point I wasn't too sure how detailed I want to go with my nail art, so I decided to just save the gel polish layers and just do it this way. I am going to be using this light pink shade to draw my French tips. I think I showed you all the Quiet Core collection. If not, like, it's on my Instagram, be sure to check it out, the pictures, the swatches, all of the things. I am going to pick up a little bit of product and begin drawing my French tips by moving my brush in windshield wiper motions to outline my smile line, and then I'm going to fill in the empty space with my liner brush. I am going to repeat this process for the rest of the nails, except for the ring finger. I am going to be skipping that one because we'll be doing a different design. My tips for beginners when it comes to French tips would be to get a liner brush that has long bristles. Because the bristles are longer, it helps you connect from one side to the other, if that makes sense. If you're using a shorter bristle brush, it's not that you have less control, but you have to do a little bit more work. French tips are done. Well, they're not done, but the outline is there, so let's go ahead and do a full cure. And I did want to build up the color a little bit, so I am going to go in with the second layer. When you do this part of the design though, it is easier because you basically already have an outline on the nail, like using crayons in a coloring book. You just stay within the line. And the best part about it is if you get outside the lines, you can totally clean it up and fix them with acetone and a flat brush, and boom, there you go. So this part of the process doesn't typically take me too long because I'm really just following the lines that are already on the nail. And of course, we're going to go ahead and cure. All right, it's time for the polka dots. I'll be using this product here with a dotting tool, and I'm starting off by putting 1 dot at the tip of the nail, 1 dot directly below it, and then I'm going to come in the center and put 1 in the middle. So it's 3 dots in a row. My dots are not perfectly centered. They're not perfectly even across the nail. If you want yours to be, you can, but I was like, it's not that big of a deal to me. Basically, I'm just making the dots alternate sides so that they're not sitting on top of each other and there's space. But I didn't want my dots to be like super big on the nail. I did want a bunch of tiny dots, but you don't have to put this many dots on the nail. The one thing I do recommend is you turn your nail to the side and make sure you get the dots down the nail, especially if you're using a stiletto or almond shape, because you don't want so much empty space on the sides. And if you mess up the dots, I recommend not flash curing or curing so that you can just wipe them away and restart if needed. I had to do that a couple of times, so it just makes your life easier. After curing, I am going to apply a no wipe top gel, and that is because I took a break and I was like, we're going to do half the design now, and then we're going to do the other part of the design later. But I forgot to show the part where I applied a matte top gel to the ring finger. So let's do a cure and come back later that day. I did show you how to mold a 3D flower in the last video, but my favorite thing to use is a silicone mold. Why am I gonna go through all the hard work when half of it is done for me? So I'm taking this milky white and I'm putting a little bit of it into the mold of the flower I want, and then I'm going to do a full cure in my big lamp. After curing, I'm just going to pop it right on out of the mold, cut off the edges because I was a little messy. I like to use a cuticle nipper for this, but be careful not to actually cut the flower, because if you cut that petal, you have to start over. Once all the edges are cleaned up, I am going to attach this to the nail using my Gen B Ivy Fix Gel and of course my trusty dusty Diami Comb tool. Using my tweezers, I am going to place this right in the center of the nail. I'm going to play around with it a little bit to make sure it's looking good, not sliding off to the side. And then once I'm done, I'm going to secure it in place by doing a full cure in my little slot. You know I love using this little space right here on my lamp. I'm obsessed with it right now, but this is still a 60-second cure. So of course, we want the flower to match the rest of the design. So I'm taking that same Pat gel that I used, and I am going to place it right in the center of the flower using the same sponge. I didn't even switch it over because I was like, for what? I'm using the exact same color, but I'm just being very, very gentle because I don't want the entire flower this pink color. After I'm done, I am going to put my hand in my little slot again to do a full cure. I was looking at this and was thinking, okay, I need to make this flower cohesive with the rest of the set, so let me tie everything together. So I'm gonna take this black painting gel once again and my little dotting tool, which this thing is so cool. Basically, you stack it up and get the size you want. It has multiple sizes, so I'm going to use the smallest one. This reminds me of those like pins we still use in the 90s where we used to like stack them, pull out what we wanted. It gives me all the vibes. But anyway, I'm gonna pick up the tiniest amount of product and I'm gonna make these polka dots on the tips of the flowers, very similar to how I did the French tips, but on the top and bottom petals, I am going to put 4 dots that interchange sides, so left, right, left, right. For the 2 petals on the left and right sides, I'm only going to put 3. I'm not going to cure anything just yet because I decided to put some gold caviar beads because you know me, like every nail look I do has to have some chrome, metallicness, gold, silver, something. So I'm going to put some gold caviar beads in the middle. After I get them on the nail, I am going to do a full cure. I'm grabbing a little bit of Ivy Fix gel because as I lift my finger and hold it here, you can see through to the other side, which means my hair, clothes, and everything else is going to get stuck under here and it's going to be annoying, or it's going to pop off and get snagged on something. So I am going to go around the edges with this just to get rid of that gap. Once I'm done, I am going to do a full cure. I am going to seal everything in with my top gel. This is the A Muse Gleaming Top. It just self-levels like a dream, never streaky, stays shiny for weeks. But I'm putting it all over the nail, including on top of the flower. Then I'm going to do my final cure. And here are what the nails look like all done. Now, I hope you all aren't sick of the 3D flowers because I just cannot get enough of the flower vibes. I don't know if it's because it's spring, the weather's shifting, and I just want to feel cutesy. I want to match the, things going on outside. I don't know. But if you enjoyed this video, please let me know what you think in the comments down below or give this video just a thumbs up. And of course, if you're not subscribed, make sure you do so on your way out. But in the meantime, I will see you in one of these videos here.